to the 2016 USDA Sugar Consumption Yearbook, which is published on their website. The average American consumes 82 grams of sugar a day, or 66 pounds a year. And that's how much my pit bull weighs. So now imagine that she was made of sugar. So everyone eats sugar every day, and everyone has heard of diabetes. What most people don't realize is that even if you're not diabetic, the sugar you consume directly impacts your health. And so my passion is health promotion and education, and I do this for a living as a nurse care manager. So in this speech, I will tell you what added sugar is and how it impacts your health. So you should emerge with the tools to make you and your family healthier. So I will review 3 main points. First, explaining the difference between added sugar and natural sugar. Then telling you the negative impacts to your health. And last, explaining the dietary guidelines. So, natural sugar is found in whole food sources like fruits and vegetables. So when you eat an apple, you are also eating the fiber and nutrients that are in it. And so this fiber in particular slows down the release of the sugar into your system. So this way your body can metabolize it properly and distribute it to the tissues in your body that needs it. So added sugar has been stripped of the fiber and nutrients and is often synthetic. So when it hits your stomach, it is immediately released and your body just can't process it that fast. And so now that you understand what added sugar is, let me tell you how it affects your body. So when your body becomes overwhelmed by the sugar, it is stored as fatty adipose tissue. And we all know that that means that you're obese, and obesity is linked to really all chronic diseases. So in a compilation of studies regarding added sugar is summarized and published in 2017 on the American Heart Association's website. And they all conclude that the extra sugar that cannot be converted to fatty tissue is released directly into the bloodstream. And so this leads to hypertension, stroke, heart disease, heart attack, and blood clots. And now fructose is only processed in your liver. And so when your liver becomes overwhelmed, it turns into fatty buildup within your liver. And this is the cause of non-alcoholic liver disease. And in 2017, the National Institute of Health published on medlineplus.gov that this is now the 3rd leading cause of liver transplants in the U.S., and the incidence of these cases are only increasing amongst adults and children. So now let me tell you how much added sugar is recommended in your diet and how to know how much you're eating. In the 2015 to 2020 dietary guidelines published by the USDA and Department of Health and Human Services, which can be found on health.gov, they recommend that an adult woman should consume no more than 25 grams of added sugar a day, and men no more than 38 grams. In 2015, the WHO posted a fact sheet on their website recommending no more than 10% of your daily caloric intake be from added sugars, and preferably no more than 5%. So how you figure out how much you're eating is reading nutrition labels. So never believe the claims on the box. So if it says natural sugar, then it doesn't matter. Natural sugar is still added sugar because the sugar from honey and fruit concentrate still does not have that fiber that comes from whole food sources. And so I have a story of one of my clients who is a recent type 2 diabetic. And so she went to the grocery store and bought a lot of things labeled no sugar added. So then she told me she was confused about why she couldn't control her blood sugar. So I looked at all of the ingredients list on those products and pointed out to her where the hidden sugars were. And she was surprised, but now she understands. And so really the best thing that you can do is read ingredient labels. And they're very tricky about the names of sugar, but really anything that has a word gum or syrup or ends in OSE is going to actually be sugar. And so let's look at a ketchup bottle of all things. So the nutrition label reads 4 grams of sugar and no fiber. And so there are 5 ingredients, and the second and fourth ingredient are both sugars. And so I feel like that's a good example of how to read an ingredient list. And so while most people know the dangers of sodium and bad fats, this knowledge about sugar is not well disseminated. So in this speech, I have explained to you what added sugar is, how it impacts your health, especially your heart and liver, and explained how to read ingredient lists to follow the dietary recommendations. So now you should understand what added sugars are and how they negatively affect your health, and I have given you the tools to lead a healthier life and prevent chronic diseases. So let's go back. The recommended daily intake for women is 25 grams and 38 grams for men. So remember that fact I started with? It said that the average American consumes 82 grams a day, or 66 pounds a year. So think about it. How much added sugar do you have a day?